What is up, everybody? I'm NoLuxGiven here with your afternoon snap, and today we're going to be taking a look at one of my favorite featured locations, bar Sinister. And this deck is bar none one of the best possible ways to take advantage of the location. All of the cards do something sweet in bar Sinister, and that's going to start on turn one. We're going to drop a bunch of Yondu into the bar Sinister. That's going to blow up 4 of the cards in my opponent's deck, which is pretty cool, but that's also going to mean that death now costs 4 less, will only cost 5 later in the game. And then we're going to Killmonger our Yondus as well, so death will cost 4 less again, only costing 1, which is pretty sweet and pretty powerful. And that's just one of the many ways that we are able to take advantage of the location. We also have cards like Green Goblin and Nightcrawler that are very synergistic with the bar. I just kind of threw them all in just because it could be fun. We also have Carnage in the deck. My opponent plays a Carnage on turn 2. I would say that typically you want to play Carnage on turn 3 or later because you want to play a 1-drop, ideally Nova, into the location plus Carnage on the same turn. That will get you a 10-10 or more if it's Nova, though my opponent still walks away with a 4-4 for their troubles. On turn 3, we'll drop that Killmonger into Asgard to blow up all of those Yondus, and that basically just frees up bar Sinister. We're playing Killmonger, and then we're also playing Falcon, so that way we can dump cards in that location early, and then still have the room to play in that location later on. A real reason to dump into that location early is so that your opponents can't Green Goblin you or debris you or stuff like that. And now on turn 4, we actually have everything that we need to win the game. Do all of those sweet numbers that you can see in the thumbnail. We're going to drop Nightcrawler plus Venom into bar Sinister, and that's just what I was talking about previously. Now we're going to make 3 Nightcrawlers, and then Venom's going to blow them all up. So we'll have a 7-power Venom that will then copy itself 3 times for a total of 28 power by the end of the turn. So that's pretty sweet, but we're not done there. And you can also see why cards like Taskmaster, or really just Taskmaster, are really good in this location as well, because now we could copy that 28 power to another location if we wanted to, which would obviously be pretty strong for us. But we're going to start off with a 28 power Venom, and nobody's going to draw from Asgard, so that's pretty good. And then we will be able to play a Nova that we draw off the top, plus Hulkbuster. And Nova's a pretty good draw here. That'll give us a little more power in the end game. But Hulkbuster is really, really sweet because that doesn't just make 3 more Hulkbusters. It makes 3 more 32 power Venoms. So we are going to quadruple our power here up to 128 powers worth of Venom. So pretty sweet stuff here. But like I said, we're not done yet. We're gonna Arnim Zola this Venom, and if you haven't seen this interaction yet, you're in for a treat, because this is one of the most powerful interactions in Marvel Snap. A lot of my opponents will wind up retreating, so that's why I'm making sure to not snap here. And I guess my opponent was feeling pretty confident because they also had a wave. So they were thinking maybe they could do something on this final turn to try to deal with what we got going on here, but they're not going to be able to. They're able to play 3 cards, which is cool, but that's no match for Arnim Zola. That is going to send Venom to both of the other 2 locations, blowing up Killmonger and Nova, which, like I said, gives us a little bit more power across the board. But then we're going to make 3 more Arnim Zolas. That first Arnim Zola is going to send this one back over to the other 2 locations and destroy Venom, which will then destroy Arnim Zola, destroy Venom, and then they're just going to keep on bouncing back and forth for a while until you get those crazy big numbers that we saw in the thumbnail. So really sweet. While this is going on, I figured I would talk about some other cool interactions that you can make use of in this location. One card that I really like is Thor, if you have that one. It's not going to give you quite as large of numbers as in this video, but there's still some cool stuff that you can do with that. And then some other things that you can do in this deck specifically is you could try to play Iceman instead of either Nightcrawler or Nova. I think that might even be a little bit better. It could even be better than Yondu, though I play Yondu primarily for some of those games where you don't get to draw your full combo and you still want to be able to have a strong deck, because Yondu is going to help make your death cost a little bit less. So that is the reasoning behind that. And you could also play cards like Scorpion. Just to 4 Scorpions is going to make your opponent's hand a whole lot worse and give them a lot less opportunities to stop you. But here you go, 1,709 and then 1,052 are our finishing numbers. My opponent's going to play a trio of deaths. Not quite going to be enough. Arrow doesn't do anything because we destroyed all the cards that we played this turn. And then Debris plus She-Hulk, yeah, also not quite going to be enough. Yeah, like I said, this deck is really, really good with the featured location, and we got to full combo on this one, so pretty sweet stuff. Tomorrow's video is going to be my final climb, my games that got me infinite for this season. And that's also going to feature Bar Sinister in one really, really sweet game. So you're not going to want to miss that. Subscribe and stay tuned if you are not already. But that's going to be it for me today. Thank you guys very much for watching. I'm No Lux Given. Peace.